Good afternoon. Today I want to talk about saving, annotating research for our students and for the teachers as well. As I've been doing a lot of recent work with the TIP program, I've noticed that as our goal to get kids to get more deep in the learning process is going to require research. And so I often see teachers saying, make sure you save your research somewhere, copy and paste the link. And that's great if the student can remember where it is, and perhaps if that student could then not only find it but share it with the teacher. I want to show you a solution that I've been using for a number of years that is just an amazing resource for kids, and for the most part, for at least what we're going to use it for, it's free, and it's called Diigo. And as you can see, I'm on the Diigo launch page, which is much different from Dingo, which actually ate your baby. Diigo, I believe, is an acronym that stands for something, but what I like about this is it allows students to, first of all, it connects to the Google account, so that's going to be an easy one. It allows kids to save research, to give it tags or keywords, sort of metadata that makes it easier to find. It allows kids to annotate right on top of websites that they find, and they can also share their research annotated. They can put sticky notes, all kinds of awesome things. So I just want to give you a quick rundown on this, and then feel free to contact me if you want me to come work with your kids. But I should have, do you see the little D here? I should have this pushed out to all of our students. And it's essentially the Diigo extension. And I'm logged in as one of my fake student accounts. So I'm Kanye West today. And so if Kanye were to go to sign up for Diigo the first time, as would most of your kids, we very simply make sure that they're logged into their account. So as you can see, if I'm over in my Google Drive, I can see that Kanye is indeed signed in. And then if he or anyone else were to click on the D, which notice it pops up and says annotate and capture the web. How cool is that? So the minute you click on that, you have options to sign in if you already have an account or connect to your Google account. So I'm going to click connect to my Google account. And this is what I love about these things, is it allows me to just simply connect any Google account. So not having a Diigo account, our new account, so we're going to say Kanye West, and his password is going to be Gold Digger. All right. Username, so we're going to say K West. How about that? Which would actually be kind of Quest. Can we do that? And let's create the account and connect with Google. 6 to 12 characters. K West 22. How's that? That should be good. We're going to connect the account. Great. K West 22 is available. And now it comes up. And notice it allows them, there's a little get started with Diigo Let, Diigo Help, and it kind of talks about how to do this. But I'm going to show you how I've used this a number of times. I'm going to show you just as a quick example on how it could be used. So let's say I'm doing some research on the Flint water crisis, right? So I'm going to type in here, Flint water crisis, and I'm going to say site. Let's go to CNN.com. So let's see what comes up. So Flint water crisis 3 charge from CNN.com. So let's say that we want to save this. Obviously I haven't read this whole thing, but let's assume that we had, and this is something we want to save. Now the easiest thing to do is to hit the blue D for Diigo, click that, and notice save is one of my options. And then I can also annotate, read later, screenshot, etc. I'll show you that in a minute, but just click save. And then this box pops up, and it already saved the link for us. And again, one of the things that I love about Diigo is when kids are saving their research on Diigo, by default, what they save is public. So the kids can learn from each other's research, and so can other people around the world. And these tags, think about them as keywords or metadata under this. So this is Flint. I tend to type in where I got it. I would do CNN. And let's say we're doing our character trait and tip is trust. So I'm going to put trust, and then I can put water. And I'm going to do it as one word, water crisis. And so I've got Flint, CNN, Trust, Water Crisis, and let's say I could put it in the class that I was working on if I wanted to. There could be some other sort of class keyword that I know that I could use, but this could be maybe trimester 3. So let's say I'll call it trimester 3, just for fun. And then I'm going to hit enter. And then now notice the blue D for Diigo is marked, so we bookmarked this page. And notice the web annotator has popped up ready for us to do some cool things that I'll show you in a second. But if I click on this and just go to my library, here's what I want you to see. Now my library has the Flint Water Crisis 3 charge, CNN.com, and it's got my words Flint, CNN, Trust, Water Crisis, and Trimester 3. So these keywords act as tags. So in this case I don't really have a lot of tags yet, but notice I've got Flint, CNN, Trust, Water Crisis, and Trimester 3. So if I were to go up here and I essentially say I want to do a tag search, and imagine I had 2,000 things saved like I do in my own personal account, and I were to type in the word Flint and hit enter, notice it's taken, there were a couple sample things down there, and it's taken all of these and just filtered out the ones that have the keyword Flint. I could search for keyword Flint and CNN and hit enter, and then notice it's got the 2 tags. So what I love about this keyword search is it allows me to search multiple tags, and I can do this in my own library, or I can actually do this in the larger Diigo library, which is kind of a cool thing. And so that's the first thing I can do, is sort of save this article, and then I can tag this article. And notice over here I have the ability to cache this, which is part of the premium features, but I can edit this if I wanted to change the name of how I have it tagged. I could trash this, or I could send this or get the annotated link. And let me show you what that means. So I'm going to click back on my little Flint article here. And now notice when I click, and I'm going to try to stop this video, what's going to happen here is, because I look at my Diigo let up here and it already has a bookmark on there, it tells me that it's been bookmarked. So if I click this now, I can go right into annotate. And annotate means exactly as you would imagine. I can use sort of like a web highlighter on this. I can choose the color. Let's say I want to go in blue. And I can go down here in my article, and let's just imagine I can then start to highlight pieces of my article. And I'm just going to do this for fun. Let's say I take a couple pieces. I take this piece, and I take this piece right here, right? So now that's cool enough, right? So I've got this article that I've highlighted. Now watch what happens if I go back to my library. And something really cool is going to happen. Now I've got that same article, Flint Water Crisis 3 charge, but all of my highlights now are sort of pulled out, and notice it has one more annotation. And so now I've got this resource, and then I could ask later, why am I saving this? Oh, I have some really cool quotes, so I can go back and use that. And again, if I click this and get annotated link, watch this, if I grab the annotated link, and then I grab this link, and let's say I sent this link to my teacher. This is what the teacher would see. The teacher would get a link to my article that I read, and it would have it. Notice it pulled out all of the busyness that was on CNN, and it just shows me the highlights. How cool is that? But wait, there's more. So one of my favorite things is that annotation piece, but let's go back to our Flint Water Crisis here. And imagine that I wanted to leave a note. So one of my other options here is to leave a note. So I've got a private note I can leave on my own document that says, I can leave notes, or tell myself, remember to also look up other water crises, for example. And then I'm going to click save, right? And so now I have, notice because of the blue sticky note there, I have sticky notes that I can add to this. And now watch what happens when I go back to my library. If I hit refresh, now you're going to see one other thing. That notice now I have a blue sticky note there because I left a note on there. So now this particular, instead of it just being a link, it's got more and more and more information. And I'll show you one more thing, and we'll end it here because this is getting a little long. Imagine that there was something that I really wanted to focus on. Let's say that there was a screenshot somewhere that I wanted to take, and I wanted to highlight. Let's say this, just for example, I wanted to get this picture and circle this guy's head. So I can go up here, and I can do something like this. I can grab this, and I can say screenshot. Now watch, it allows me to select an area. So let's say I select this area right here, and then notice I can annotate this. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a circle on my guy's head there, and then I'm going to use an arrow, and I'm going to go up here and add some text and say, what was he thinking? And I honestly have no idea who that is, but let's just imagine that's what I did, right? And now I'm going to click save, and I'm going to leave. I could attach this to the page or tag as a standalone item. So I'm going to attach this to the page URL, and now watch when I go back to my library. It's going to get even better, and I'm going to hit refresh. So now I have sticky notes, I have my annotations or highlights, and I have my things saved. And so anywhere, any computer that I log on to, if I log into my Diigo, and remember for our students, it's connected to their Google account, they can get access to all of their research. It can be shared with their peers, and you can even create these things called outliners, which essentially it could be a collection of all of your Flint research on an outliner with notes. So I hope this got you a little bit excited. Please contact me if you want to learn some more, but this is really something that can revolutionize the way our kids and our teachers do research. So hope you have an awesome day.